Hello, good evening. Welcome to one weekend live session. This is a program that we do every weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 7 p.m. UK time. If you are joining us for the first time, I would like you to um, subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can follow us on one Facebook channel as well. And we are live on Twitter as well. I don't know where you're watching us from. Okay. In this program, we discuss random topics every week. So what you do is you have to call on the program on WhatsApp call, or you leave a comment on the comment section. Once again, good evening and welcome to our live session. Okay. Tonight we're just gonna jump into what we're gonna discuss this evening. Is Chelsea owner the scapegoat? Many of you that follow football, maybe you a Chelsea fan or Arsenal fan or Tottenham fan, Liverpool or Manchester United fan. I don't know which team you support, but most of you have maybe you got the information that Chelsea owner or Chelsea Football Club having an issue. That means the owner was sanctioned on Thursday, and because of that sanction, it's affecting Chelsea club because he has the 100% right to Chelsea as the owner. And because of that, affected Chelsea heavily. So that's what we'll be discussing this evening. Is it the scapegoat? Okay, so if you've been following the story, I would like you to call on this program. I would like you to call. The number is on the screen, +447449823879. You can put a comment on the comment section just as we're going along. I would like you to call on the program. Just let me know what do you think. If Roman Abramovich is just a scapegoat, if the British government just maybe they used the sanction, or maybe they just want to use him as an example to others. Though he was not the only one sanctioned, but he is the top, one of the influential Russian oligarch that was sanctioned. Okay, right. Since after the invasion of Ukraine by Putin, Russia, most of you know that the European Union has been putting a lot of sanctions on Russia and its oligarchs. A lot of oligarchs that were linked to Putin regime have been sanctioned by European Union and as well by the the United Kingdom government, with the hope that the Putin will stop and have a rethink. But it looks like the sanctions are not affecting him at all. The sanctions are not affecting Putin at all because he's still doing what he's doing. Okay. So the news was on Thursday. The UK government went further to sanction some of the most influential Russia oligarchs in an effort to get the Putin through, to get Putin. Now they want to get him through his allies, which Chelsea owner Roman Abramovich was affected by that sanction. It's been a while. They've been trying to sanction him as well. They're trying to get to him because of his links to Putin. Understand, or maybe call the Crimean government. They've been trying to sanction Roman Abramovich all this while. And because of that, he tried to sell Chelsea. He's been trying to sell Chelsea for a couple of weeks now. Understand? And there were biddings and all that. People were bidding for the club and everything, but he wasn't able to do that. Though the UK government gave him almost like 2 weeks, when the whole thing started, for him to use the opportunity to sell the club, but he couldn't. Maybe the money wasn't the value people were bidding for the club is not what he wanted. Understand? So on Thursday, he was sanctioned. Abramovich asset was frozen. That means that he will not be able to do any transaction in the UK. Also, he was subjected to a travel ban. Can travel if he was in the UK. He can travel. Like I said earlier, he has been trying for weeks now to sell Chelsea Football Club. And the football club that he bought since 2003. He has his villas, the houses and everything now is in the UK. All of that has been seized. All of them has been frozen. Accounts frozen, everything. What does that mean when you're talking about Chelsea, how does it affect Chelsea? The sanction means that Chelsea cannot buy players or sell players. Abramovich cannot, let's say, he cannot make any profit if he like got a bidder now that you want to sell the club. Yes, he can sell Chelsea, but he has to forfeit any profit from it. Any proceed that he will get from Chelsea, he has to forfeit it. That is one of the options they gave to him. He can sell Chelsea, but he has to forfeit any proceed, any gains that he will get from that. That means if you sell Chelsea, he's not going to get any money from it. You understand? So the sanction means that Chelsea cannot buy players or sell players. Abramovich, like I said, he can sell Chelsea. Only he will forfeit the gain. He can't use his private jets. If Chelsea have an away match, they can go to away match, but they cannot use, the private jet and all that. No. The limit of travel, the expenses they can make, they cannot make any expenses more than 20,000 UK pounds. They cannot do that. So that is what's happening. And some critics, people saying that under normal circumstances, Chelsea Football Club is not supposed to function. They are not supposed to do what? Function. They are not supposed to, do business and everything. Understand? That's what people saying. That even they are going further. They're trying to push the UK government, understand, to freeze everything so that Chelsea Football Club cannot even play their matches and all that. But UK government, they have not. They gave them some alleyways, for them to still play their football and other things. Understand? So, that is how it is. What are the things? They cannot sell tickets. They cannot sell their tickets at the moment. They can't sell players. They can't buy players. This is really, really bad for Chelsea. Understand? I don't know. So the question is, who's going to benefit from this? Who? Who is going to benefit from that? Why did the UK government just go further to do that? They did what they did upon Abramovich came into the bought Chelsea in 2003. They knew that he was Russian. They knew maybe that he has links with Putin and everything. They still allow him to come in and buy Chelsea. And he's been in Chelsea for over, it's almost 20 years, I think 20 years or something like that. be running Chelsea and all that. Chelsea's been successful under him. They won a lot of trophies under Abramovich. Understand? And there's never been a time maybe they said that Chelsea cannot pay their players or they cannot pay their staffs and everything. Oh, everything was running smoothly. Understand? Why they didn't stop on that? Why didn't they say to him, man, that you have links to Putin? Because of that, he cannot buy Chelsea. But he put in all his money, he put in effort for all these years. And now they just want to face it and everything because of what's happening in Ukraine at the moment. Understand? So, like I said, who will benefit from these sanctions? Having in mind that Putin is not shifting from his stance, he's not even trying to stop. They've sanctioned Russia many times. They still give sanctions, everything. So what I'm saying is this: is Roman Abramovich used as an scapegoat to satisfy the British people, just to show that their government is doing something about the war in Ukraine? What do you think? The line is open. You can call me now. Let me know what is your mind, what you think. Or you can put it on the chat, put it on the comment section what you think. You understand? Why? You know, why did they allow him to buy the club at the first place? For them to come this time to sanction and freeze everything. Having in mind that there are players playing, there are staffs working in Chelsea, a lot of things. This is a business that's been running for over 15 years. You understand? A lot of things. Even there are community works in the cities, you know. So why are they using him for the scapegoat? Are just using him for, you know, just to, like I said, to satisfy some people, just to like let them know, yes, that the government is doing some work. Government is doing some work because he is someone that everybody knows. Roman Abramovich, Chelsea owner, is a big name. He's an influential somebody that once they sanction or did anything to him, the whole world gonna hear it. Yes, Crimea gonna hear that. Russia gonna hear that as well. But like I said, is it just because of the link? And as well, just because you're a friend to somebody does not mean that you have influence over the person, that you can just tell the person what to do. And somebody like Putin I don't think he listens to anyone. You know, I don't think he listens to anybody. You understand? So freezing and stopping Chelsea doing all the whole thing they're doing, I don't know. I want you to let me know what is your thought. What do you think? Most Chelsea fans, maybe if you're watching us at the moment, or if you're Arsenal fans, because like if you watched the game yesterday, Chelsea players that watch, fans that watched the game yesterday can see that a lot of Chelsea fans were crying. They were chanting his name. They were like, you know, supporting their owner because he's been there since he came into the club. He has not failed them. He's been there from day one. Bought players. He put in the money to the club. He put in a lot of money to the club to run the club perfectly and, you know, continuously every season. Chelsea has been there. It's been on the top. So you see that a lot of fans were crying. They were even shedding tears. They were screaming, chanting his name and all that. Understand? Because of the love and he has for the club and the love the fans has for him. You know, so, you know, that's what I'm saying. I don't know if you're watching this. What is your thought? What do you think? Is he the scapegoat? Because even they sanction him now or they freeze his account, Chelsea it's gonna affect Chelsea, yes, definitely. But Russia, they're still there. It's still going on. What is happening is still happening there. So why? Is it just a witch hunt? What is going on? I would like you to let me know what you think. What is your thought? What do you think about this? Understand? Your opinion is welcome. Call me. The number is on the screen. +447449823879. Call me. Let me know. I think many Arsenal fans are very, very happy. Some of them they are very happy because this is once this thing is happening to Chelsea Football Club, maybe some of them out of jealousy or out of what I mean. So Chelsea, because Chelsea, how they've been winning, had won a lot of trophies since Abramovich bought the club. Tottenham fans, West Ham, all of them. Yes, it might not show it, but I think most of them they are happy. So I would like you to let me know if you are Arsenal fan or Tottenham fan or West Ham. What do you guys think? If Abramovich was the owner of your club and this thing happens to you, how will you feel? And what do you think that is happening? No one is condoning what is happening in Ukraine. No one is condoning what is happening in Ukraine because all I know is that football, according to what they say in football, is they have to separate football from from politics and all that. It's been going on for a while. But I think this one I don't really understand. So I would like you to call me, let me know what you think and send in on a comment. You can put a comment, let me know what you think about this. Understand? The thing is that the UK government, though they gave Chelsea, a special license to allow them to play their games. They gave the license to allow Chelsea to pay their staffs, existing ticket holders to attend matches, but they cannot sell tickets. That is it. They cannot make money. They cannot make any money. You can see that some Chelsea fans were arguing that just because you are a friend, like I said earlier, just because you are a friend to someone does not give you the right or influence on that friend. Even Abramovich lawyer had argued that he did not fit the criteria for sanctions. He even went on to say that it would be ludicrous to suggest that their client has any responsibility or influence over the behavior of the Russian state. So I just said that. I don't think you have any influence because someone like Putin might not even have time to listen to anyone. You get me? I would like you to call me or send a comment. Let me know what you think about all this, what is happening, and how it's gonna affect Chelsea fans. It's gonna affect them. What do you think? Let me know what you think. What is your opinion on this? What do you think? The line is open. Call me. Let me know what your thoughts are. Mind you that this sanction is not only Roman Abramovich. There are some other Russian oligarchs that were sanctioned. Even one of them, his yacht was even seized by European Union. I think it was Germany. They seized one oligarch, his yacht and all that. A lot of them, they've been hitting them hard. They've been trying to get to them, a lot of the oligarchs, just to send a message to Crimea send a message to Russia and Putin just to let them know. Understand? But like I said, this sanction on Chelsea owner will hit Chelsea fans and Chelsea club hard, big time. I know that the British government, they want to send out a message. They want to send out a message. But what I'm saying about the message is this: is he just an scapegoat? Is he an scapegoat? They just want to use him as an example, just to show others that yes, we can do something, and as well, just to let the British people know that they are doing something, just to satisfy their what? Ego, something like that, satisfy their citizens. And the government is doing something about the war in Ukraine. What do you think? Understand, the line is open. Just call me or send a comment. You know, as well, it's not this sanction, the way things are going about the sanctions that are sanctioning the oligarchs and all that. The way it's going, it might even go further. They might go further, big time. They might go further. It would affect some African oligarchs too. If I'm allowed to use that word, African oligarchs, some Nigerian oligarchs as well, some other countries in Africa. Those of them that maybe they use or they loot their government or they loot the country money to send the money and leave them abroad. Use money to buy houses and everything. Understand? Yes, they buy in houses and leave it there. Because you British government, there's a bill they are debating on. I think by next week, if I'm not mistaken, they will be debating on what they call it, crime bill, crime, economic crime bill. I think it's gonna be next week. If that bill goes through the House of Lords, it will give the British government more powers to to hit them more. You give them more powers for more actions. They can, for example, they can go to many people, many influential people. Like I said, some oligarchs. It's not only ones in Russia, maybe from China, Africa. Most of them that bought houses and put some money in UK. They can go to them. They maybe start. They can seize your property or, take all the stuff that you got for you to prove where you got the money from. How did you make the money? They can look into your, your history, how you make your money and all that. And if you cannot explain how you make your money, what happens? Your property might be what they're gonna take it. They seize it. Because you understand that many African countries and their leaders and some oligarchs in Africa, most of them, when they take the money, instead of them to use the money in Africa, maybe like to, provide, maybe build houses to rent out, even in Africa, which can, bring development in Africa as well, acquire or provide avenue for companies and all that. With their money they loot, at least it's still their money, is their money. If they use it to, provide companies, resources and everything, those people can see that they can use that to employ their citizens. There will be employment and all that. The money be circulating in the same country. But most of them, what they do, they take the money and go to abroad, like countries like UK and some other places, and put the money, buy houses and put the money in their account. And the money is not generating anything for their country where they got the money from. So now if they pass this bill, most of their houses might be seized. When it's seized, come on, man, it's a waste. all the money that they made is gonna be a waste. The same thing like what is happening to Abramovich. If you can see now, this money is gonna be a waste, and they're giving him option to sell Chelsea. If he can sell Chelsea, he will not make any profit. He cannot make any money that he gets from the process. He's just gonna like, forfeit it. What do you mean by that? Bought a club and spend money and everything, then I want to sell it. I can't make a gain out of it. It doesn't make sense. That is the power of a country. That is the sovereignty of a country. They can do whatever they want to do. You can do nothing about it. That's the way it is. Though he has his lawyers and everything, they be going behind closed doors to sort out things to make sure that everything is still going on. But the government of the country has the right to do whatever they want to do. It's their country. So that's what I'm saying. If you're listening to us, I don't know where you're listening from and you're watching, you can put a comment or you can call and let us know what you think. Who is this thing going to benefit? Who? Because if the way things are going, at the long run, it's going to affect Chelsea big time. And Chelsea's been fighting for what? Top 4. They're doing well in their games and all that. So other clubs around them are going to do what? They will take the opportunity and just go over. It's going to affect Chelsea players big time. It's going to affect some of the workers that are working in Chelsea. They have a lot of employees. They are paying money. You understand? It's going to affect a lot of families and everything. Understand? And the reason why they did this, the person they are doing it for, which is Russia and all that, they don't care. I don't think so. I don't think it's going to even affect them. Yeah, it's not gonna touch Putin at all. Understand? So I'm asking this question this evening: is Abramovich the scapegoat? Are they using him for the scapegoat just to reach out to people, just to make some people happy? The line is open. Call me. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. That's what we discussed this evening. Is Chelsea owner and a scapegoat? Did they use him, as a scapegoat just to satisfy some people? Understand? Because, like I said earlier, the sanction will not touch. It will not touch Putin. Putin will not even care about that. He doesn't care about that. I don't think so. A lot of Chelsea fans were crying last night. They're crying like babies. Crying big time because of what? This is where they normally go every week. Chelsea is their club. Some of them is their family. Understand? They now, though they can go watch games and everything, you cannot buy new tickets. Chelsea cannot make money. They can sell nothing. A lot of things that are involved in this. A lot. It's affecting Chelsea big time. So I would like you to let me know, what do you think? What is really happening? Is it necessary that they have to sanction him just to get to Putin? Why they know that Putin doesn't care? Putin don't know. He don't care. They've sanctioned Russia so many times. They don't care about that. They don't care about that. So what do you think? The line is open. Call me. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. Hello.
Hello?
Yeah, hello. Who's on the line, please?
Johnson by name, calling from Nigeria.
Hello, Johnson. Achinivu. Yeah, you okay?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, welcome to the program.
yeah, I'm okay.
Okay.
Yeah. My comment based on the sanction,
Okay.
I believe in terms of the benefits, when they said it, when the two elephants fight,
Mm-hmm.
the grass suffers it,
Okay.
So I believe the two parties, none of them will benefit now, rather they will lose, most especially to Chelsea,
Okay.
And I believe, football has its own aim. Understand?
Mm-hmm.
There's a reason why it's football, like entertainment and other things.
Okay.
But to me, I don't think politics should go into football now
Mm-hmm.
because this is a politics.
Okay.
Bringing that sanction to the Chelsea manager or whatever. To me, I believe it will not generate anything. That the man in question,
Mm-hmm.
Putin is a hardened man. The sanction cannot change his mind.
Okay.
Understand?
Mm-hmm.
To me, because you see what this thing will cost now. Many Chelsea fans, they will lose. As you said, they are not selling tickets, they are not doing anything.
Mm-hmm.
No, in England, Chelsea is one of the biggest clubs.
Mm.
So bringing the sanction now, it will create a lot of things to Chelsea.
Okay.
And in the times of Chelsea making income, I believe that such thing will not, because when you don't sell players, when you don't sell your tickets, how will you generate? Even the players, how are they going to pay them?
That's what is going on. That's the problem. You know.
Yes.
Okay.
So in terms of the benefit, this Chelsea will not benefit anything.
Mm-hmm.
And the other way around, the Chelsea manager, he has made his money, he
Okay.
has made his name.
Mm-hmm.
He can suppose another club can easily call him
Mm-hmm.
and he can take Chelsea to the court because he bought the England, gave him the this thing to be. It's like he's a shareholder now, one of the biggest shareholders, right?
Yeah.
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 So the only thing now is for me, I will just say that England should bring back or remove anything, like let the interest the people have in football to
Mm.
move on.
So they have to separate.
Sanction,
They have to separate football from politics. Is that what you're saying?
yes, yes,
Mm.
yes, yes. But in football, if you try to bring sentiment or politics, you should not create anything that will not come to stay.
Okay.
Because if such a thing happen now, when other country have a similar case or issue like that,
Mm-hmm.
they will try to act based on what is going on now.
Okay.
You understand?
Yeah.
I believe football has its own.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Are you getting me?
Yeah, yeah, I'm listening to you.
So that's my own opinion now.
All right then.
So in terms of the benefit, nobody is going to benefit. Rather, they will lose.
Okay. All right. Thank
Yeah.
you. Yeah, thank you,
Thanks.
Johnson.
Mm.
Um.
You're welcome.
Okay. The
I'm hearing you say what?
I said thank you so much. Thank you for your contribution.
Oh,
Understand. So the
oh,
all right. The the line is still open. Once Johnson dropped the line, so I would like you to call. I would like to get some other people opinion on this as well. Okay.
oh,
All right.
oh.
Thank you,
Okay.
Johnson. Yeah. Thank you. I really appreciate
Yeah.
that.
Thank you.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
So what we're discussing, it was saying that is Chelsea or not the scapegoat? Why, if there's a LBN, who's going to benefit? Like Johnson was saying, Johnson just saying that he he thinks no one's going to benefit because it's going to affect a lot of people in Chelsea. You know, because if Chelsea cannot make money, it's going to affect Chelsea as well. And even the government of British government, they're supposed to separate football from politics, like what would be saying earlier. That's what he's saying. The line is open. You can call. Now, I would like to get your opinion. I would like to get your opinion. I would like to know what you're thinking. about this. Understand? You know, a lot of things going on about this. Behind closed doors, the lawyers are speaking. They are discussing about what to do. Understand? But what I'm saying is that Abramovich, you know, hello,
Hello.
yeah, hold on,
Good evening.
hello, please online, please.
This is Mr. Tush calling
Hello,
from Germany.
hello, Tosh from Germany. Yeah, Tosh, okay.
How are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
Is that right? Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So we are back to the topic
Yes.
of.
I'm asking if is Chelsea owner the scapegoat? If you look into
Yeah.
the sanction, having in mind that Putin don't really care. He cannot have any influence over Putin decision and what he's thinking. So what the sanction are they the British government just use him as a scapegoat, or what is it really? What is your thought? What do you think about it?
Well, personally, like what you said, the Roman Abramovich sale of Chelsea halted by British government.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and which people will benefit from Chelsea's downfall or something like that. Yeah, when you look at what is happening, the event that is unfolding, you'll find out that it's a win-win situation.
Mm-hmm.
The British government are trying to, uh, like what I had before by Joe Biden,
Mm-hmm.
that they will target Russian oligarchs.
Okay.
Russian oligarchs will help. There are people who can talk directly to Mr. Putin. So they are making use of every available means to make sure that they get at him. So the sanctions Russian oligarchs that have the power, the leverage over him to talk to him,
Okay.
to make him back off
Mm-hmm.
from the assault. So if when you look at it from one angle, you will find out that they're also trying to avoid the capital flights because there is problem, there is crisis. So every country that is involved will do everything possible to avoid capital flights, just like Russians are doing. American companies in Russia, some Western companies are,
Mm-hmm.
uh, folding because of the sanctions. So they are pulling out their distant stops because of the sanction. So they will do everything to stop the capital flights because it will lead to economic instability. So now back to the topic,
Okay.
like as I heard, the sanction shows once again that oligarchs and kleptocrats have no place in the economy or in our society. With their close links to Putin, they are complicit in his aggression. Like what he said, your foreign secretary, Liz Truss. Yeah, the blood of the Ukrainian people is on their hands. They should hang their heads in shame. You see, he went further to say that the support for Ukraine would not waver. He will not stop in the mission to ramp up the pressure on the Putin regime and choke off funds to his brutal war machine. So imagine if the company is being sold to somebody, the whole 3 billion or 4 billion will still go back to Russian economy, thereby encouraging Putin in his aggression on Iran and which is on Ukraine, which is not good. It's not tenable. So anyone connected to Vladimir Putin should be treated like a leper.
Yeah, but
But
yeah, yeah, but you know, like what I said earlier, I don't know if you listen to what I said at the beginning. Some Chelsea fans most of them were arguing. You understand that just because you are a friend to someone does not give you the right or influence on that friend. And even
it
abroad,
doesn't matter.
yeah.
They are making use of every available means. It
Mm-hmm.
could be, remember that like what you said, uh, Putin was once the director of KGB, and you know how they operate. They are too secretive. You cannot, as of today, you cannot pinpoint Putin's assets. You don't know most of his friends. Somebody claiming to be his enemy might be his very good friend. That is people working as double agents, you know. There are people who work as double agents.
Yeah, but
They might come out in the media and pretend that they are Putin's enemy or whatever and criticize him. But back at the back door, they are his friends.
yes, but
Behind the scene, they are his friends.
I know, but you know, the sanction, I think the aim of the sanction is for them to talk to Putin, isn't it?
The aim of the sanction, yeah, of course. There are people who Putin gives listening ears.
Okay.
There are people who talk to him and he will listen.
And if
so the West, of course.
If you listen to Abramovich lawyer, he said as well the same thing, like I said earlier. He said it's gonna be, it's like it would be ludicrous to suggest that their client has any responsibility or influence over the behavior of the Russian state.
Of course, when the oligarchs, when the Russian oligarchs, when they start feeling the heat, they will be forced to talk to him. Indirectly, when they start feeling the heat, they will go back to their communities to tell them what is happening. And people will revolt against the government. This is how it works. Imagine, okay, let me just come down. Let's use a Dangote as a case study. If Buhari tomorrow decides to invade a particular country, are you getting it? And the international community targets Dangote, freezes his account and confiscates his property. He will be forced to talk to his Hausa brothers, his Northern brothers. He will tell them his encounters, that the president's decision is not favoring him. Are you getting it?
Okay.
Then the people will vote against the president, thereby bringing the president to order. So this is just the thing. This is how it looks, how it works. There's no two ways about it.
So
this is how it works.
Okay. So who's going to benefit from this now?
Well, I will just put it that many people will benefit. Okay, like this Candy that wants to buy Chase, a former a property
investor, yes.
manager, investor that wants to buy Chase is going to benefit from it, and all the rival Premier League clubs.
Yeah, they're gonna benefit.
Like vultures to sign young
Arsenal,
footballers.
like Arsenal players and all the Arsenal team and all that. They're gonna happy.
These clubs are going to benefit because they are going to buy those young players due to join Chelsea. They will buy all of them off. I heard that Chelsea was stopped, like in their hotel. This is their Chelsea hotel in Stamford Bridge. That they were asked to stop booking.
Yeah, booking
people.
Yeah, because they have they can't sell anything
around all the hospitality industry around that area, all the hotels in that area will benefit, of course.
Okay.
Are you getting it?
Yeah, but what about the staffs?
Competitors.
What about the staffs that are working for Chelsea? What about all those
the staff that are working for them due to their experiences? Of course, they will busy. Other clubs will absorb them and tap from their experience. Of course, definitely. Because when you go to apply for the job, they might ask you how many experience you have. Some will say I have 10 years experience. Some will say I have 5 years experience. Of course, their experience in that area. So employing them wouldn't be a difficult thing to do.
Yeah, what
getting employment will not be hard for them.
Well, this man, the issue is this. Like you said earlier at the beginning, the aim of this sanction is for Putin to change his mind, isn't it? The aim of this sanction for Putin just to have a rethink. If all of them calling, like what you said, if all of the oligarchs are calling from everywhere, listen, if they're calling from everywhere, maybe he might change his mind. But like all our people are saying, even some people that have already met him before, they say that this man doesn't listen to anyone. He doesn't listen to nobody. You understand? And if you find out that the money
When he,
chasing,
when he doesn't listen to anyone, of course, there are people that will talk to him. There are certain actions, certain measures that will be taken. He will listen. They will subject him to something, to heed to their advice. Of course, there was a time when Hitler started misbehaving. I remember one German man nearly assassinated him.
mhm,
The other day, a congressman from America called that somebody should do the word. Somebody should do the word
yeah,
a help, a very big help, by taking him out. Though America denied it that way. But when you try to, ponder over it, you find out that, of course, such things do happen.
yeah.
You cannot threaten the world with nuclear, and they will fold their hands and be watching you.
It, instead,
We are not in a, this is not the era of authoritarian and dictatorship or whatever, tyrannical dictators.
all right, Dosh.
We are in a civilized society where things must be done accordingly.
Okay, let's just on about the sanction. Chelsea, they're not supposed to sell any ticket. You understand? And
Okay, now,
they have to Chelsea on average they make almost £6 million a week, and from there they sell they they pay their workers and everything from this JC
exactly,
merchandise and everything they're doing, and
exactly.
the government expects Chelsea to pay the staffs. At the moment, they've not laid the staffs off, and Chelsea players they can still play the matches and everything.
Of
Understand?
course, definitely.
So how possible it's gonna be difficult for Chelsea to like even carry on with the daily activities or the daily what a business as normal, or it's difficult, and that's what they're saying because some other people were saying that on a normal day, on the circumstances about the sanction, if it's on other club or maybe like a normal business organization, they will not function at all. Understand? So that's what I don't know. They're still talking
The
if
government
they close them.
says, of course, definitely, the club is allowed to function. What the government did was just to ban Roman Abramovich from selling the club, from collecting the money, the proceeds that will be gotten from the sale or whatever, from the business. He will not be the one to collect it. Government will collect it,
Yeah, he has to forfeit
and
the proceed. Yeah.
of war will benefit from it. The
Mhm.
government says that the proceeds from the business, they will use it to compensate the victims of war, the Ukrainian refugees. Are you getting it?
Yeah.
They are the ones that will benefit from this deal. The Ukrainian refugees, the victims of war. So that is just the thing. So Abramovich, it's not as if he will still go on with the sale, but the proceeds from the money, he's not allowed to take it.
He's not going to make any profit out of it, isn't he? No.
Of course,
Yeah.
he's not taking anything to avoid pumping the money or using the money to finance the war or sending the money back to Russia, thereby encouraging Putin in what he's doing. He's a material breach of the law of United Nations resolution. You don't assault a country. You don't invade a country for no just reason because you have the power. Currently, they are the president of the UN Security Council. Russia is the president. They are serving as the president now. So what brought about such behavior? What brought about such behavior? And he's not ready to back down. Recently, they're accusing a Ukrainian of producing and having a biological lab, a bio lab, where they produce chemical weapons. And America is saying that it's a false flag this an operation. They want to accuse Ukraine that they are producing biological weapons at the end of the day, just to find reason to use chemical weapons on Ukraine. Are you getting it? So now the West must use every available leverage to stop him, to stop this madness.
Okay. Yes. Tosh, I understand that. I appreciate that. It's really seriously. It's really, really. From the point view of the fans, it's really, really. It's appalling and it's hard. It's unjust for a lot of things.
Just
Chelsea, like what one someone was saying. He said that he was arguing that when Abramovich came to buy Chelsea in 2003, they knew, the British government, they knew that yes, he's a Russian and he has link to Crimea. You understand? So why didn't they stop him from buying Chelsea? Now they after 15, 20 years.
then
Yeah.
there was no invasion then. We are talking about the current invasion of Ukraine. As at the time he came to buy Chelsea, there was no breaking of law. Russia never invaded the Ukraine as at that time. So now allow politicians, the issue of politics or the issue of politicking, it should be settled with politicians. Politicians are the ones that will settle it.
You know, Johnson called earlier. Son Johnson from Nigeria called earlier. He was saying that they're supposed to separate football from politics. The way football has been going on before, they're separating football from politics.
Essence of this, listen, point of correction. I know they're supposed to separate. That one is just official, whatever, But the truth behind this is so that the Russian populace, Russian citizens will revolt against the government. Look at the government is clamping down on people coming out to protest against this war. They even told some media stations not to use the word war, that it should be called a special operation. Are you getting it?
Yeah.
That they are clamping down on neo-Nazi group in Ukraine. So most people in Russia don't even know what is happening. Most people in Russia don't know what is happening because of the lies and the fabrications, the propaganda.
So with this sanction and Roman Abramovich being an influential individual in Russia, they definitely going to ask questions. Why was he sanctioned?
Of course, they will ask questions. Why was he sanctioned? So it's left for him to go back and talk to Vladimir Putin, or even tell his townsmen or his fellow countrymen what is happening. It's left for people to revolt.
Okay.
As of today, Russia has arrested more than 4,000 people, protesters, coming out to protest against what is happening in Ukraine. So the oligarchs, they have the power. They have people following them. They have fans all over the world, all over Russia. They have fans. They can talk to their fans. They can communicate to their people and tell them what is happening and enlighten them. Then the people will go on the streets with placards and revolt against the government. Are you getting it?
You know that they can't do that. That will be
They will.
Yeah, even if they do that, they're gonna be arrested. You're gonna be arrested. You know how it's
that
different.
Is
it's
what
not
we call
like
revolution.
Yeah, it's gonna be arrested.
That is what we call revolution.
Yeah, but
when revolution comes, of course, there's no power that can crush it.
Okay.
That is just the thing.
All right. Yeah, thank you, Tosh. Really, thank you for the in-depth analysis about all of this. Okay. Right.
You're welcome.
Yeah, we'll be trying to round up for like 5 minutes, and if I can see if it's only going to call back. Let me just round up the whole of the program. I really, really appreciate what you said. I picked up a lot of things from that. Understand? So the most important thing that I picked from what you said is that once, because of the sanction now, he has no option than to call Putin.
He has no option.
Yeah,
yes,
have to call
course.
Putin and say to him, listen, guy, this is getting too difficult now. Maybe you need to rethink and change your your stance on this, whatever you're doing. Understand? And
that is the essence of the sanction. That is the essence of the political embargo.
Okay.
So that the citizen, when it starts hitting them, they will come out on the street and change their government and revolt and change the government.
Okay. As well, yeah.
One person, when a community, there's this adage my people used to say that when one person cooks for a community can finish the food. But one person cannot finish the food cooked by a community.
By a community, yes. All right.
So that is just the thing. Okay. We are talking of one person with some few people around him. So imagine Russia is about 140 million. When they come out on the streets and start protesting, then of course there must be changes.
Okay.
Things will definitely change for good.
Yeah.
So that is just the thing, my brother.
Thank you so
I wish
much.
you all the best.
Thank you so much for the in-depth analysis. Thank you.
Okay.
Appreciate that. Okay. And don't forget to join us again tomorrow. Okay. On the topic, another topic we're going to discuss. Appreciate it. Okay.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Yeah. So what we like what we're saying, discussing about is just you're not the scapegoat. Understand that one of our callers, Johnson, actually called, and he was saying that politics is supposed to be separated from football. Understand, and though she just that just dropped now, he was saying that it's not really about that. This is an exception because Roman Abramovich is a big influential, is a big one of the top oligarchs, you know. So him being sanctioned, there'll be a lot of questions, and there will be a lot of issues between him and Crimea. I mean Putin and all that. He might call and everything. So and the questions might be coming from Russia citizens as well. Why was Chelsea not functioning anymore? Why is Chelsea sanctioned and all that? From that, they might even get the information and everything about what happened. You know, along the line, it's not only about, it's not even that. Chelsea is going to lose a lot because a lot of sponsors have been withdrawing from Chelsea. You know, Three Network, they're withdrawing their money, they're paying 40 million a year, their sponsorship, they cancel that. Hyundai and other ones as well, they're trying their best, they're going to lose a lot of sponsorship and everything. And like what Tosh said as well, he said that new players that will Chelsea is supposed to buy, some young players are supposed to buy. Other clubs now are going to take them. That means some other clubs, like we asked before, who is going to benefit from this? Other clubs are going to benefit a bit. Arsenal, Man U, other West Ham and other, they might have to buy the new players that they want to buy. Some players that Chelsea has, if you are linked to buy in the summer, they're going to use the opportunity to buy them and everything. So at the long run, what we're discussing, we're saying that, you know, what is happening in Ukraine and all that, they have to find a way to sort it out because it's not only about football or anything. Lives are being lost every day. People are dying. Understand? So every life matter, and NATO and whatever, I don't know what to say, but they have to find a way to de-escalate this thing that is happening. Okay. So if you're watching to this time, I would like to say thank you so much for tuning in and thank you for watching us this evening. And don't forget to share this program. Let your friends and family members know about this program. You can have to subscribe to our YouTube channel, click on the notification so that anytime we will put out a topic that we're going to discuss, you can know about the topic and research more about the topic so you can contribute on this program. Understand? So like I said to you every day, we're learning every day. We're learning every day. And that's the reason why we're doing this program. It's not about me, it's all about you, my listeners, and people that are watching us, and all our followers as well. From me here, you're listening to Bevis Apasino. I say thank you and good evening, and God bless you. See you tomorrow. Bye.